Gita 6.25 Shanai Shanairu Paramed Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya Atma Samstham Manah Kritva Nakinchidapi Chintayet Shanai Shanair Uparamed. Slowly, step by step, Uparamed. Yatra Uparamate Chittam. The same word was there, Uparamate. Uparamate means to cease, to stop, to hold back, to end. Shanai Shanai Uparamed Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya. Buddhya, with intelligence. Dhriti Gruhitaya, sustained by conviction. With intelligence sustained by conviction, what should one do? Buddhya Atma Samstham Manah Kritva. Atma Samstham means on the Atma, on the self, Samstham Manah Kritva. Keep the mind fixed on the self. And then Nakinchit api chintayet. And don't think about anything else. Nakinchit api. Don't even slightly think about anything else, Krishna is saying. So, what happens by this? This is the process by which Krishna says that one will attain the yogic perfection. So, Shanai Shanai. Now, we cannot suddenly rise to the top of the mountain of yoga. We have to take steps one by one till we can eventually come to the top. So, what is required is, just like if somebody wants to climb up a mountain, that person cannot actually get to the top of the mountain in one leap. The step actually is that one has to move one at a time, and by that eventually one will come to the level of one step, then one comes to the top of the mountain. So like that, similarly, if you envision fixing the getting yogic realization, getting yogic perfection as climbing on top of a mountain, we cannot get there in one giant leap. Somebody who tries to leap up to the mountain may just leap a little, but eventually get exhausted and may even dangerous, will slip and fall back also. Shanai Shanai, Krishna says. Gradually, step by step. Uparamed. So the consciousness is caught in matter and the pursuit of material enjoyment. So, gradually, step by step, bring the consciousness out of matter. And how does one do that? Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya. Buddhya, with intelligence, Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya. Sustained by conviction. Dhriti is it is actually determination, conviction. So Krishna actually will differentiate between Buddhi and Dhriti in the 18th chapter. He will talk about Buddhi in the three modes, and then he will talk about Dhriti in the three modes. And the essential difference, if we look at the way he talks about is, Buddhi is in terms of perceiving the right thing to do, and Dhriti is in persevering in doing the right thing. So, Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya. So, intelligence sustained by conviction essentially means that one understands what is to be done when we actually perceive, when we perceive that, okay, I am spirit and my entanglement with matter is simply causing me misery. Therefore, I will not get entangled in matter. Instead, I will pursue spirit. When we understand that Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya, with intelligence sustained by conviction. When we do that, then so there is intelligence in one sense we could say means to know what to do, and determination means to be able to keep doing it. So the withdrawing of consciousness from matter and fixing it on the self so as to realize one's true identity, that Krishna is saying with intelligence sustained by conviction. So by intelligence we will know what is the right thing to do. But if we don't have the determination, dhruti we don't have, then we will not persevere for very long on that path. We'll soon get exhausted and we'll think, hey, this is not going to work. Buddhyadati gruhitaya. And what exactly is to be done? Atma samstham manah kritva. Atma samstham. The manaha, the mind, is to be fixed on the self. Atma samstham. And once the mind is fixed on self, na kinchidapi chintayet. Not even slightly should one think of anything else, Krishna said. Na kinchid api chintayet. Even slightly. Why? Because the slight distraction doesn't stay slight. Once we start entertaining temptation, a temptation starts becoming bigger and bigger till eventually it consumes us. And that's why it's best to not give it any room. Yes, there's a saying that give a camel an inch and it will take an L. So the idea is that if we allow someone a small favor, they people encroach and take things far beyond what is allocated. So like that, we give a small room for temptation, and the small room doesn't stay small. The desire which is entertained, it actually it just pervades eventually and dominates the consciousness. So entertain means somebody knocks on the door and we entertain. Okay, who is there? Let me find out. But then that person comes in and then takes control of the room only, and then makes us and catches us and makes us follow his or her orders. Then we say, what is this? This is my room, and how is this person coming and making me do what he wants to do? So like that, that's what actually temptation does. If we allow it to come inside, it not only comes inside, but it takes over control and makes us do its will. That's why Krishna is saying, don't entertain it. So, nakinchidapi chintayet. If you think of other things, if you don't think of our spiritual identity and our spiritual purpose, you start thinking of other things, then one thing will lead to another in that sequence of other things, and finally we will end up in we will finally end up thinking of material things, thinking of sense gratificator things, and we'll pursue it and we'll fall back. Therefore, don't give that room, Krishna is saying. Rather, fix the mind on the self. And in that way, progress steadily towards life's supreme perfection through yoga. So now in this particular verse, how is this verse different from the previous verse where also Krishna said that be determined, control the senses, don't entertain desires. Here the significance is the several things are added. Shanai, Shanai. Krishna has mentioned that don't expect overnight miracles. Take steps one by one. Shanai, Shanai. Another he has stated is that Buddhyadati gruhitaya. It's actually very important, because if we do not use our intelligence and if we do not sustain our intelligence with determination, we will not be able to persevere for long. Because when we perceive with our senses, then through our senses we will see the path of yoga primarily as a path of austerity only. Oh, there is so much trouble. Why am I following this path? And we will see the path of sense gratification as filled with so much pleasure or so many enjoyable things are there. Why am I not enjoying them? That's why we need intelligence to be able to see beyond the surface of things to the reality, to the real nature. And beyond that, we also need dhruti grahitaya. We need dhruti, determination, because there will be obstacles and there will be discouragement. So nishchay and dhruti are similar. and Krishna's repeated use of Nishchay in the previous verse and Dhriti in this verse indicate that this is required, this is essential. Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya. And then so after giving these 2 points gradually and with intelligence sustained by determination, he says, then repeat the message of Atma Samstham. Fix the consciousness on the self. And in that way, move towards perfection. Thank you.